All right, I was out here metal detecting, and of course, this is one thing you've got to watch out for, especially old home site. And you look, you really don't pay attention, but if you look up and you don't see any power lines or anything, telephone lines going to the house, well, that means they're under the ground. So you kind of got to watch out for them, because you definitely don't want to cut the homeowner's cable or anything, or telephone, anything like that. So, but right here's what I'm talking about. That little, I guess that's a telephone cable, and most of them, they're pretty tough little boogers, but if you stomp on that real hard, it's going to cut that rod in half. I did get it right there, but it didn't cut it in half. So, but yeah, you definitely have to watch out for that. You don't want to make anybody mad at you. All right, here I've got a nice little squeaker in the hole. I see some brass, not for sure what it is. This is a site where I found 10 bullets in one hole, and all of them was, well, they were mixed up cavalry and 3-ring minis. But anyway, I thought we'd get it out together. You can see it kind of right there if I'd move my hand. I don't know. That's just a piece to an old cable. Some kind of electrical cable, or maybe a part to a guy wire. Either way. All right, I found that cable again, and I'll show you. See, pretty good signal. You can follow it all the way through there, so definitely won't dig that signal. All right, I was going to show you this little spot right here. I cut the yard yesterday, and of course it was the first time I cut it was a couple of weeks ago, and did run over a deer shed. Of course, this time of year, well, a little bit earlier now, the antlers of the deer, they just fall off, so they can grow the new horns, well, the new antlers. And this is a prime place to find one. Got this little stream running from the spring there, and it runs down through here, and you can see this little spot right here. The deer, they jump right here and jump over, and you can see where they land on that other side. A lot of times the bucks, the male deer, when they hit on that other side, their antlers will come off. But yeah, you kind of got to watch out for that, especially in rural areas, and mowing the yard or disking, plowing, whatever, and bush hogging. You don't want to get a flat tire on your tractor or anything. But the other day, like I said, I did find one out here, and found it with a lawnmower, but luckily nothing, it didn't tear anything up. So. And I was fixing to go over here, and I've really never hunted this spot too much. And back before, we had a big tornado several years back, and this yard, it was full of huge trees, and you can see some of them. I mean, it won't be long until they're gone. But anyway, it was full of bigger, mature trees. And I've seen some pictures of it back in the 40s and 50s, and I could tell where the trees were. And of course, they're gone now, 90% of them. And I'll show you where one is right now. It was a huge tree. Right there, if it's going to focus. Right. I'm going to go over there and hunt around it, see if I can find anything. Right. You can find old photographs of the old home sites years ago. It'll show where the bigger trees were, and maybe people sat up under the trees in the shade, which I'm sure they did. And right here was another one. Of course, this tree in the picture, if I can find the picture again, I'll put it on the video and let you see the difference. I mean, it's a world of difference. And then here's the cistern. Of course, it's been covered up. One day I want to get in there and see if there's any old bottles or whatever, which I'm sure there is. There are probably some good treasures in there. But, you know, these started growing, it was last year. They started growing their walnut trees. A squirrel would bury a walnut and it just started growing. So maybe 50 years down the road, they'll have some more big trees in the yard. We'll definitely find 1,000 of these things. About every hunt. Of course, I'm sure everybody does. That's an old, part's an old horseshoe. Till it's broke in the center. Probably wore in half and fell right off the horse. They give a decent signal on these AT Pros. Well, this is the Max, but either way, they give a decent signal. And of course, it's kind of repeatable, so you have to dig it. All right, here's a decent little find. It's a little buckle, probably horse tack or something. It is brass. Sides eat up pretty good. But it was kind of had a lot of iron in the hole. But I'll take her. All right, right here's an odd piece. I'm not for sure what it is. It's got 4 holes. Maybe it was an attachment for something, because it's got a lip on each side right there. Really never seen anything like it. Let's see. Maybe just some kind of pail or something. I don't know. If anybody's got any ideas, just leave a comment. I'd like to know what that is. Alright, I got like a 54 reading. I've already got it out. It's a coin. It's a nickel. So, better focus in there. Focus. Alright, there you go. Well, I'm 5 cents richer. I don't think I'm going to get much gas with that, but hey, it's 5 cents. Now I got a real high tone, and you can see about where that worm is, where it was laying. And I have no idea what I've got. I mean, it's probably about as big round as a softball, maybe a little smaller. And it's it's a old gas cap to tractor. Yeah, that's paint. Thought it's brass. Well, shoot. That was disappointing. Oh well, maybe next time. Well, I got a high tone in between all this iron, and I've got something. I don't know if you can tell because of the glare, but it's right there in the center. It looks like the edge of a silver coin. Oh, son of a gun. It's twice in one day.